Well, because you're set up there, why don't we have that way there's enough cameras here that people can avoid moving around and about.
We won't be moving, is that what?
Nowhere to help the.
Well, if John has to say something, that's council.
We're not going to leave that in front of the table, so if you want to come and get it, you can come and get it. Otherwise, I'll take care of it.
We'll have a roll call, read please.
Mack Williams. Here.
All users here.
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 Present.
Here.
Mr. President, it would be appropriate for any public comment at this point.
Yeah.
So for members of the public that want to comment, please approach the podium. And if you could, for our borough secretary's standpoint, give us your name and address.
Okay. Rich Muser, can I dump this in front of you?
No.
No? Okay, well, it is shredded documents. It does have Colwyn on there. There also was mail unopened that was dated April the 16th, 2015, which is against the law. Somebody really screwed up. But also, I have a paper. I figured it out. So what these people are going to make by you, it would cost this borough more money if you calculated it. I did calculate it of what Mrs. Brown was making and what 4 employees would make. You also got to remember, Mrs. Brown could not have workers' comp or insurance. The part-time employees need to be aware they are eligible for workers' comp. They also are eligible under the law now to get insurance. Also, I don't know how many people realize we got a new fire engine. They had no insurance when Mrs. Brown left on April 9th. They had no insurance. They had no money. They owed back taxes. I don't know who okayed to put them quote on the borough insurance policy. So that's costing us approximately another $25,000 to $50,000, not counting deductibles. I just need you to be aware, it's not cheaper right now. It's going to be a lot more money. And your taxes will go up next year, that's for sure. Okay.
Just one comment I want to make. I did see that flyer. No given time was 4 employees ever discussed with any member of Borough Council. I don't know where, even though Borough Council member's name was on that flyer and the mayor, that was never actually ever discussed by Borough Council. And the only extra cost that we're going to add is a borough treasurer, $200 a month. So there's a big difference between $200 a month and $6,000 a month.
That's a lie.
Well, for instance, you make a comment, I want to make a comment.
May I respond to that?
It's a lot of stuff.
I don't care. No, I'm going to respond because he threatened at the Colwyn Summers, and he told us what he had to tell to do. He threatened my husband.
Why don't we do this, Mr. President, and Mayor, if you can. Why don't we let the public make their comments?
Park.
All right, and then council can make any comments, or the mayor can make any comments they want.
Okay.
You know,
Mr. Clark, you're not signing in, you just speak.
Okay. Speak.
You can speak, please just speak.
My name is Maurice Clark at 23 South 2nd Street, and for the record, borough does not pay for our insurance for the fire truck. We do have a new fire truck, and we bought it. Fire company bought it themselves.
I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, good. Well, turn the hearing aid up.
I know what you said.
Any other
Hang on.
members of the
Hey.
public?
My name is Anthony Goodman. I live at 103 South 3rd Street. And I got this, first of all, I'd like to say, I don't know what you guys are doing, but I'm very embarrassed at what's going on in Colwyn. I got this flyer in the mail. I don't know who keeps sticking these flyers in my door, but they keep sticking them in my door, like, at the very last minute. So I just kind of got home from work and I seen this in my door. And I have a question. And it says, according to this here, that you guys will be voting to put Tonette Bray, Martha Van Auken, and Patricia Williams on the bank accounts of Colwyn. That's what this says. I don't know if it's true or false, but what I want to know is it true? And if it is true, why do these people's names need to be on the accounts of Colwyn if you're hiring a treasurer?
I can honestly answer that. At no time did Tonette Bray, Pat Williams, or Martha Van Auken even want to be a signature on this, okay? I had signatures, and here's a check for the gasoline police. I signed it. Mr. Muse and Mr. Brundage took their name off. This is where we stand with the gasoline police. I got to sign, and what is on the agenda tonight, okay, is to get 2 signatures. Absolutely not true. Absolutely not true.
So what you're saying to me is that it's absolutely not true that the borough is considering putting these people on our accounts.
It is absolutely not true. We're not.
They got rid of a good lady that really was trying to get this borough back together. Now these people right here, they is the old councilmen. We is the new faces of the council. And we is really trying. But they seem like they really want to overrule everything we have to do. And what is we trying to do for the borough? I am sick of it because I want to go forward with Colwyn Borough. I'm sick of it. Every time we always be in a newspaper and in the television. I'm sick of it. It's time for something to get done. Look, they know what they did, and really they're trying to do it again. Everybody can see that. Everybody can see that.
Okay, so my question is,
Come on.
Can I answer?
well, everybody's trying to like cross the
Go ahead,
dam
sir.
and get their little thing.
Go ahead.
So I
Finish your question, or finish your comments. Go ahead.
Yeah, so the thing that I'm concerned with is, since these people are not in discussion about putting their name on the account, whose names are on the account?
Or will be on.
There you go. That's the honest
Will
truth.
on?
Yes.
Yeah, the borough, just so you're aware, the borough has, I believe it's 5 signatories, right? Or they did have 5 signatories. Mr. Rutland and Ms. Brown were 2 of the signatories. Mr. Lesher, Mr. Brundage, and Mr. Muser are the other current signatories.
And why do we need that? Why do we need 3 people
I'm not,
to sign on?
Well,
Mr. Muser and myself are not current signatories.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I want to make
Mr.
that clear.
I'm sorry, I misspoke.
Perfectly clear.
Mr. Brundage and Mr. Muser have resigned as signatories. So that just leaves 1 signatory, being Mr. Lesher. For control purposes,
Right.
you know, council had previously adopted a resolution that required at least 3 signers, so that no one person could just issue a check.
Right.
You know, 1 person signing a check in your household might be fine, but we wanted, I think council wanted to try to ensure that any check that is issued has a certain amount of control over it, so that's why 3 signatories are required. So one of the items on our agenda tonight is, because Mr. Brundage and Mr. Muser have resigned as signatories, there are an insufficient number of signatories to transact.
We understand all that. You got 1 person.
Right.
How come you need 2? How come you need 3 people?
Well,
How come you don't just need 2? Because that's the way it is in most businesses.
Right, well, the council could, if they wish, change the policy to make it 2. You know, their policy that they have adopted up till now has been that they wanted to have 3 people for control purposes.
Okay.
So who are you electing
Thank you.
to?
All right, any other public comment?
Yes, I believe I'm next. Hi. My name is Mary Menta. Some of you may know me, most of you probably do not.
Okay, Ms. Menta, can you just give us your address for record purposes?
I do not live in the borough. I own several properties in
Okay, that's
in
Okay,
the
well, if you
borough.
own properties in the borough, that's fine. Why don't you
Yes.
tell us who you're the owners of?
I have actually 11 properties. Would you like all of them?
No, just, go ahead.
Just give us something for, the minutes records the person and their address, all right?
554 South 4th Street.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, I'm here tonight to address council and the residents regarding the recent events that have been going on here. As a property owner, I'm very upset over council's actions, and your behavior has been disturbing, to say the least. You're supposed to be the leaders of the community, and by leaders, I don't mean the people in charge, I mean that you're supposed to be role models, leading by example. Yet what you've shown us is that it's just constant bickering, physical fighting, intimidation, and unfortunately, no real change has taken place in the borough. It's been absolutely disgraceful, and now you've become a statewide embarrassment. So, for the other members of the council that are more recent, while I want to believe that your heart is in the right place and that your intentions are good, I have to say this: the borough needs qualified people running the show. If you haven't paid your mortgage and your house went into foreclosure, or you haven't paid your taxes, then maybe you aren't the right people to be here, sitting at these tables. If you can't handle your own affairs, then I don't believe that you're qualified to handle the bigger picture here. This is just common sense, okay? We need serious, qualified people who are going to move this borough forward in a positive manner. There should be no more negativity here. Okay? I realize that not all seats are up in the next election, but if you don't fit the bill, then you need to think about the good of the community and submit your resignation. We have to move this borough forward in a positive manner. Please, for the good of everybody. I'm really asking for the good of the community. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Tiffany Smith, and I live on South 2nd Street, 104. And I'm just going to echo on what she just said. Many years ago, I ran for the school board, and one day I woke up, and I said, you know what? You live in a glass house. How can you tell someone else and make rules and regulations for someone else's child when you tell your kid, go right, and he decides to go left? So I'm just thinking, if you have all these problems with a lot of you guys, and I'm fine with everyone up here, it's a big problem that you sit there and you tell people you're making rules, you raise the taxes, but you're not paying your own. And Freddie, I've been in many, many meetings. 15 years I've been coming back and forth. You sat over there, 1 minute you're one way, you flip-flop back and forth. This is One minute Paul is your best friend, then all of a sudden, and I don't know, these are just accusations that she's just saying because no one knows for sure if the things that she's saying is true. I don't know if they're true or not. I will hope that they're not. But 1 minute you're yelling back and forth saying that it's true, you know it's right, you're calling people liars back and forth. Since January, I can name 5 people that were employees of this borough that you threatened to fire. Who wants to work in that type of environment? A hostile environment that you threaten people back and forth? And how can anyone take your word at this point? You can't. You shouldn't. I feel it's just business. It's not personal. It's business. Because of all this that's going on, the public, the community, it's trash now. It's trash because this borough, because the constant fighting. You guys complain that no one shows up at meetings. Who wants to? Who wants to get off at 12 hours worth of work and you come and listen to you back and forth, arguing and fighting? Who wants to listen to that? We should have a right to speak because we paid $1,685 for the taxes for Colwyn. And where did they go? That's what I want to know.
My name is Mack Williams. I've lived in this borough almost 30 years. I don't know who's in here for Paula Brown or who's not. But I've been here long enough to see, and I've been to the last about a year or more of these council meetings. Paula, I asked you, and I kept asking you, who does their things for these council meetings? Who puts out their programs for it? Who turns around and puts out everything for the finance chair? I sat here and watched you hit music on the leg to tell him to call meetings over. Everything I'm saying is that, look, I'm tired of me personally. Let's move forward. Let's give somebody else a chance. Let them try to do what if they can't do it, get them out of there, and then we go with somebody else. But the thing is to try, no, you're not going to say nothing because your husband's over there. But to try to move forward and try, let somebody else try to at least do something right. All of y'all over there, Blue, Jesse, Massa, Paul, you know, I talked to all of y'all. I talked to you yesterday and called you and asked you what was going on, and you hung up on me.
The phone up.
That's right, but the only thing you can tell me, is you're going to see.
Whoa.
That's the same thing. You're going to tell me, you're going to see what's going on. What did you tell me, Blue? You'll see what's going on.
And I did see.
Mayor Blue.
Just like, no, I ain't got a Mayor Blue, Michael Blue. Just like I asked you yesterday, you out there passing out literature. I passed you and asked you, can I get one of the literature you was passing out? And you told me no.
Order in here, come on.
Mac, that's, you made your point. You
know, I'm sick. I'm sick and tired. I've been here just about longer than anybody. All I want to do is, look, every time you had a meeting today, see what you're going to have, see if you have all that bickering and stuff. If you don't, then that's a positive side. But try to move it ahead from here. Don't keep with this, what was. Let's go forward from here. What can it be?
Thank you, sir.
And stop.